Bring up our first angler representing Utah, Billy Ricker, coming up first. And Billy, it's always good to be first, because you know what? You will be leading the tournament. 1 pound, 15 ounces, 115 for Billy Ricker, representing Utah on that boater side. Grab your receipt right there behind you. Anglers, grab your receipt as you go by, and then take your fish around to the live release boat. Frank Scarla, Oregon Bass Nation, representing the boater side. Okay, it didn't take long. We got our first limit of bass. Good job, Frank. Representing Oregon, 5 fish, 11 pounds, 3 ounces, 11.3. Let him hold them up for a quick picture, and then we'll. Got anything in there we need to start a big bass with? No. We should, though. We should start a big fish pot. There's a nice start for Frank. Put your biggest one in here, and we'll get it started here. We got to start somewhere, Frank. All right, that big bass. The bass to beat. 2 pounds, 9 ounces, 2.9, Frank. Good job. Good job. Chad Hullinger, Wyoming, our first non-boater coming across the scales. So the boater limit is 5. The non-boater limit is 3. They have to be 13 inches in length. And Chad has 1 bass. It's a good one. 2 pounds, 10 ounces, 2.10 for Chad Hullinger. Is that right? Yep. All right. Good job, Chad. Austin Johnson, Montana non-boater, coming up here next. Seen Austin a few times across this stage. 1 bass, 1 pound, 11 ounces for Austin, 111. Thank you, Austin. Cliff Gallagher, Wyoming Bass Nation. He's fishing on the boater side. And 2 bass for Cliff. Just set them in there. You betcha. Step right over there. Turn around where your fans can see you at home on Bassmaster.com. 2 fish. 2 good ones. 6 pounds, 1 ounce. 6'1". He's got one he wants to weigh for big fish. Show everybody. Get a picture. Oh, yeah. It's a good one. 2 good ones. All right, looking for 210. 210 is what we need for the new big bass. You got that. 3 pounds, 8 ounces, 3.8. There's your new big bass leader on the boater side. Bubba O'Neill Jr. The only man I've ever known that gave up a national championship berth to go elk hunting. Oh, went to get his master. No, that was important. Never mind. Never mind. I thought it was elk hunting. That's right. 5 bass for Bubba. A new leader. 11 pounds, 12 ounces. 11.12. Gonna try one for big fish. Needs to be 3.9. 3.9 is what we're looking for. 3 pounds, 12 ounces, 3.12. There's your new big bass leader on the boater side. Good job, Bubba. Grab your receipt, Bubba. Jake Anderson, Washington Bass Nation boater. Coming across here with 1 fish. Looks like a decent one, Jake. It is a good one. 4 pounds, 1 ounce, 4.1. There's your new big bass leader. Let's get a picture of that one. right quick. A nice fish for Jake. All right, Jake, grab your receipt. Don Hull, Idaho, Bass Nation non-boater. Got one fan out there. 2 fish for Don. Again, 3 fish limit on the non-boater side, 5 on the boater side. 3 pounds, 15 ounces, 315. There's your new leader on the non-boater side, 315. Good job, Don. Jess Podelco, Idaho Bass Nation non-boater, 1 bass. 211 would be the new big bass. That's a good one. 3 pounds, 7 ounces, 3.7 on the non-boater side. Your new big bass leader. You want to get a picture of that one? That's a good fish. Nice job, Jess. Grab your receipt. Take your fish around to the live release boats. We got 2 big live release boats out back. If you didn't see them walking up, we'll take all the fish right back out into the lake, swim again, and be caught again. Brian Kennemer, you're good. We'll weigh these, and then we'll weigh a big fish. 2 fish, 5 pounds, 9 ounces, 5.9. Gonna get a quick pick of those. Oh, nice smallmouth. There we go. It's a good one. Let's put it in this bag here. Looking for 4.2. 4 pounds, 3 ounces, 4.3. There's your new big bass leader. There you go. Good job. Jason Virgil, Oregon Bass Nation. Jason's bringing us 2 bass today. 4 pounds, 15 ounces, 4.15 for Jason Virgil. Going to have you in 5th place overall. Nathan Toes. Close enough, I guessed, in his Taos. Guess wrong. I should have known. California non-boater, 2 fish. 3 pounds, 15 ounces, 315. Going to put you in a tie for 1st place on that non-boater side. Good job, Nathan. Scott Rich, Wyoming. Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 3 bass for Scott. 6 pounds, 6 ounces, 6.6. Going to have you in 3rd place, Scott. That's going to be good start for you. You need to go out and get a limit the next time we go out fishing. Grab your ticket. Stephen Pike, Nevada Bass Nation boater. Stephen's got 2 bass. 2 fish for Stephen. 2 decent ones. 4 pounds, 7 ounces, 4.7. Going to have you in 7th place. 1st place on your team. That's a good job so far. You're going to hear me say what place they're in overall, what place they're in on their team, what place their team is in. I'll say that once in a while. Did it come out? All right, Dawson Podelco coming up next, fishing representing Washington on the non-boater side. 1 bass for Dawson. 1 pound 5 ounces, 1.5 for Dawson. Doug Gaskell, Nevada Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 1 bass for Doug. Does seem to be a little tough. What do you think, Doug? £2 4 ounces, 2.4 for that fish for Doug. That's a good one, decent one. Good start for you, Doug. Grab your receipt as you go by. Cole Schneider, Idaho Bass Nation, fishing on that boater side. 4 fish, 1 shy of the limit. Did you have that 5th one on?
I
did not. Well, that's good that you did not lose it. 7 pounds 6 ounces, 7.6. Going to put you in 1st place on your team, 3rd place overall. Want to get a picture of those? That's a good start for you. Just hang it over. That's a good start for Cole. All right, Robert Wysong, Washington non-boater. Grab your receipt, Cole. Representing Washington on the non-boater side, 1 fish, 1 pound, 14 ounces, 1.14. Robert, good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. There's 2 of them there. One of them's Cole's. Cody Pearson, Wyoming Bass Nation boater. 2 bass for Cody. Looks like 2 decent ones. 5 pounds, 2 ounces, 5.2. Going to put you in 7th place, 4th place on your team, but it puts your team in 1st place. Good job. Sam Villarreal. Did I say that right? Yeah. Close? Good as it's gonna get, right? I don't know. You tell me how to say it, man. Huh? That's perfect. Washington non-boater, 1 bass. 15 ounces. 15 ounces. That could be the smallest fish of the day. I don't think so. I think we'll see one smaller. Usually I make the smallest fish of the day hold it up, but I think we may see one smaller. Maybe this guy. No, he's got 2. Tim Johnston, Montana Bass Nation boater. How's Tim today?
Doing good, thanks.
2 bass for Tim. 3 pounds, 2 ounces, 3.2. 1st place on your team.
For about 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds, he says. Jay must have a bag. It looks like he does. Montana boater Jay Evans. 5 bass for Jay. Right in there, Jay. 5 fish. Needs 11-14 to take over the tournament lead. 17 pounds, 10 ounces. 17-10 for Jay Evans. Just hang him on there. We'll hold up a couple, and then we'll wait. Oh, yeah. He said he wants to weigh one for big fish. He's got a couple in there. There you go. Put the big one in there, Jay.
What is
Big fish right now is 10-2. I'm just kidding. Big fish is 4-3. You need 4-4. 6 pounds even. 6 even on that fish. You're the new big bass leader. Good job. Great start for you, Jay. Grab your receipt as you go by. Ken Ramada, Arizona Bass Nation non-boater. Fished with Jay today. Looks like you guys had a good time today.
He did, but he didn't leave me much.
He didn't leave you much? 2 fish for Ken. 2 good ones. 5 pounds even, going to be leading the non-boater side right now. The 2 leaders out of that boat. Good job. Bruce Harris, California Bass Nation boater. Paired with Kyle Harris. You guys aren't related, are you? Just met today. Same last name. 5 pounds, 11 ounces, 5'11". It's a good start for you, Bruce. Mark Caldwell, Utah Bass Nation boater. 1 bass for Mark. 2 pounds, 10 ounces, Mark, 210. It's a good start for you. Colton Crawford, Oregon Bass Nation. Fishing on the non-boater side. 2 bass for Colton. 3 pounds, 14 ounces, 314. Going to put you in first place on your team. Good job. Ken Day, Washington Bass Nation boater. Ken's bringing us a limit of bass. 5 fish for Ken. Good start for Ken. 10 pounds, 10 ounces, 10-10. Let's get a picture of those, Ken. Hang them on that. Gonna get a picture of those. He's in 4th place overall right now. 1st place on the Washington team. 10 pounds, 10 ounces for Ken Day. Yes. Justin Soppy, Idaho Bass Nation boater. 3 bass for Justin. Well, you only need you only need 7-7 to take over your team lead. 7 pounds 11 ounces, 7-11. There's your leader for Idaho. John Pollock. Wyoming non-boater. 1 bass. 1 pound 4 ounces, 1-4. Yep. Wants to get a picture. I think he just wants to show off his mohawk. That's all. There you go. Whole bag. When you go. Carl Ackerman, Montana boater, 2 fish, 3 pounds 1 ounce, 3-1. Take that receipt. Take him his too. Please. Thank you. Zach Schaff, Washington Bass Nation boater. Guys, make sure you get your receipt when you go by. 1 fish for Zach. 2 pounds, 13 ounces, 213. That's a start, Zach. Cody Steckel, Nevada Bass Nation, representing the boater side for Nevada. 4 bass, 1 shy of the limit. Cody, did you have that 5th one on?
No.
Nope. That's good. 10 pounds, 9 ounces, 10-9. First place on your team, and you want to get a picture of those? We got time. We're not backed up. 4 bass for Cody, 10 pounds, 9 ounces. Getting a quick picture. Good job, Cody. Grab your receipt. Ronald Schneider, Oregon Bass Nation, non-boater. 3 fish on the non-boater side. We haven't had too many limits on the non-boater side, but here's one. 3 fish. 5 pounds, 5 ounces. Your new non-boater leader right there. Let's get a picture of those. First place on that non-boater side. First place on the Oregon team. And it moves Oregon into 3rd place. Nice. Very good. That's it. No. He wants me to shut the scales off. Grab your receipt. J.J. Gibbs, the fourth. Arizona Bass Nation boater, and he has a limit of bass. 5 fish. 10 pounds, 3 ounces, 10-3. That's a nice start for you, JJ. Quincy Gruppenhoff, Montana non-boater. 2 bass for Quincy. Three pounds, 14 ounces, 314. Going to have you in first place on your team, Quincy. And moves Montana into second place. Good job. Jason Warren, Utah Bass Nation. 4 bass for Jason. 1 shy of that limit. 8 pounds even, 8 even. Going to put you in first place on the Utah team. It's a good spot to be in. Grab your receipt there. Frankie Mueller, Arizona Bass Nation boater. And he's 1 shy of the limit. 4 bass for Frankie. 9 pounds, 2 ounces, 9-2 for Frankie. Good job. Go get him again tomorrow. Tate Webb, Washington Bass Nation non-boater. 3 bass for Tate. A limit of bass on that non-boater side. 5-7 would give him the tournament lead on the non-boater side. 5 pounds, 15 ounces, 515. There's your new leader. Let's get a picture of those. Hang them on that hook right there. There you go. There's your lead. Oh, man. Help. Help. Oh, man. That hurt me just looking at that right there. I mean, not the fish. You jumping up from the ground onto the... That hurt me. I mean, my knee, I was cringing. Good job. Good start. Toby Robinson, Nevada Bass Nation boater. And he's got a limit of bass. A limit for Toby. Good job, Toby. He's got 1 he wants to weigh for big fish, I think, too. 13 pounds, 4 ounces all the way into second place. Go, a couple nice fish. Got 1 he wants to weigh for big fish. But all right, we're looking for 6-1, I believe. Looking for 6-1. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 514. Close. That's a good one, though. Good job. All right. Grab your receipt on the way by. Greg Haddon, Oregon Bass Nation. Fishing on the non-boater side for Oregon. 2 bass for Greg. 2 good ones. 5 pounds, 14 ounces, 514. Got anything in there 3.7 or better? All right, looking for 3.8 on the non-boater side for big fish. 4 pounds, 1 ounce, 4-1. There's your new big bass leader on the non-boater side. It's a nice one. Good job. Grab your receipt when you go by there. Jonathan Schuler, Nevada Bass Nation, fishing on that boater side. 2 fish for Jonathan. 4 pounds, 5 ounces, 4 or 5. Jonathan, good job. Good start for you. Grab your fish. Jake Hansen, Montana, fishing on the non-boater side. Three fish, 3 good ones. 5 pounds, 15 ounces, 5.15. You're tied for first place on the non-boater side. Good job. Want to get a picture of those? Sure. Okay. Nice job. Your co-leader tied for first place on the non-boater side. Ben Bird, Utah Bass Nation boater. Had to scramble this morning. Had some boat issues this first thing right off, but got another one and got back here just in time. 8 pounds, 12 ounces, 8.12 on those 5. Good job. Grab your receipt. Chris Harvey, Wyoming Bass Nation. Chris has got a limit of bass. 5 fish for Chris. Good start for Chris. 12 pounds, 9 ounces. 12.9 all the way into 3rd place. Let's get a picture of those, Chris. Good job, Chris. Grab your receipt when you go by. Sean Sullivan, Nevada Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Sean. Looks like a decent one. It is. 2 pounds, 15 ounces, 2.15. Good job, Sean. Grab your receipt on the way by. Dane Lawrence, Montana Bass Nation boater. 2 bass for Dane. 4 pounds, 10 ounces, 4.10. Gonna have you in the top 20 right now. Josh Thalman, Utah Bass Nation non-boater. 2 bass for Josh. 2 pounds, 14 ounces, 2.14 for Josh. Good job. Travis Brewster, Idaho Bass Nation non-boater. Travis is bringing us 1 bass. Two pounds even. 2 even on that fish. Travis, good job. We'll go get him again tomorrow. Mel Williams, Washington Bass Nation boater. 2 fish for Mel. 5 pounds and 9 ounces, Mel. 5.9. Big fish is 6 pounds even. Huh? No. Don't want to burst your bubble, but no. He asked me if it was worth weighing. I said no. Luke White, Idaho non-boater. 1 fish for Luke, fishing on the non-boater side. 1 pound, 7 ounces, 1.7. Luke, go get him again tomorrow. Paul Morley, Wyoming Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 2 fish for Paul. 4 pounds, 1 ounce, 4.1 for Paul. Good job. It's a good start for you. Corey Ray, Oregon Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 3 bass. 4 pounds, 10 ounces, 410 for those 3 fish. 21st place right now, Corey. Mark Shepard. Grab your receipt, Corey. Utah Bass Nation non-boater. 1 fish for Mark. It's a decent one. 2 pounds, 9 ounces, 2.9. Going to have you in second place on your team right now. Good job. Grab your receipt. Mike Rennie, Nevada Bass Nation boater. Let's go right around front. 1 bass for Mike. 1 pound, 14 ounces, 114. Mike, thank you. James Hollingshead, Washington Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for James. 1 pound, 13 ounces, 113 for James. Jeffrey Ball, Oregon Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. Right around front. Put it in. 4 bass for Jeff. Did you ever have that 5th one on? Nope. 9 pounds, 3 ounces, 9.3. Going to have you in the top 10, 9th place, 2nd place on your team right now. Good job. 6 pounds even. Grab your receipt as you go by. Garrett McAfee, Washington Bass Nation non-boater. Got 1 bass in there. That's all right. That's a good start. It's not that bad. 3 pounds, 8 ounces, 3.8. Good job. That's going to have you in the top 10. Let's get a picture of those. Somebody was out there cheering for you. Let's get a picture of that one. That's top 10 fish right now. There you go, Garrett. Grab your receipt as you go by. Harrison Birch coming up next. Idaho Bass Nation boater. Just set her right in there, Harrison. 5 bass for Harrison. 8 pounds, 12 ounces, 8.12, tied for 11th. First place on your team. It's a good start for you, Harrison. If you want to get a picture, we probably got time to get a picture if you want to get a picture. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. Levi McNeil, Wyoming Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Levi. Looks like a decent one, Levi. It is 3 pounds, 6 ounces, 3.6. First place on the Wyoming team on the non-boater side. Good job. Brent James, Nevada Bass Nation boater. 2 bass. 2 bass for Brent. £7 pounds, 9 ounces, 7.9. That's a good start for you. You got anything in there over 6 pounds? One of those over 6? No, just 2 good ones. Good job. Want to hold them up? We can hold them up. Hang the bag on the hook, and then you can hold them up. There you go. Tom Noakes, Utah Bass Nation. Grab your receipt, Brent. Non-boater this time. 3 bass. 3 good ones. 8 pounds, 6 ounces, 8.6. There's your new tournament leader on the non-boater side. Tournament leader on the non-boater side. He won the event a couple years ago on the boater side. 8 pounds, 6 ounces for Tom. Grab your receipt, Tom. Zach Heiser, Montana Bass Nation non-boater. One fish. Looks like a decent one. 3 pounds, 15 ounces, 315, almost 4-pounder. Good job. Nice one. Clint Johansson, Washington Bass Nation boater. And he has a limit of bass coming up here. 5 fish. 10, 11 would get you your team lead. 12 pounds, 7 ounces, 12.7 all the way into the top 5, 4th place. Let's get a picture of those. And he's got one he wants to weigh for big fish. Put the big one in here. There you go. All right, looking for 6'1". 6'1" is what we need. £5 pounds even. 5 even on that fish. That's a good one, though. Good job. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. Caleb Lund, Arizona Bass Nation. Fishing on that boater side. I'm good. How you been, Caleb? 3 fish. 4 pounds, 13 ounces, 413, Caleb. Thank you. Grab your receipt as you go by. Adam Gross, Oregon Bass Nation boater. 4 bass for Adam. 11-4 will get you your team lead. 7 pounds, 4 ounces, 7-4. Going to have you in 3rd place on your team. 18th place overall. Good job, Adam. Aldo Acevedo, California Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Aldo. 2 pounds, 4 ounces, 2-4. Good job. It's a good start for you. Nicholas Forbush, Wyoming non-boater, coming up here next. 2 bass for Nick. 3.7 is all you need for your team lead. 5 pounds, 9 ounces, 5.9. Absolutely. Wants to weigh this one. We'll see what it weighs. We're looking for 4.2. 4.2. 3 pounds, 8 ounces, 3.8 on that fish. It's a good one.
Thank you, John.
Brett Bennett, Montana Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 1 bass for Brett. 1 pound, 10 ounces, 110. Grab your receipt as you go by. Take your partner his receipt too, if you would. Steve Lund, Arizona Bass Nation boater. 5 bass for Steve. Looks like you've had a good day, Steve. 16 pounds, 1 ounce, 16-1, all the way into 2nd place. Let's get a picture of those. Nice job for Steve. 2nd place overall right now. Ken Sitton, Oregon Bass Nation non-boater. One bass for Ken. 1 pound, 7 ounces, 1-7. It's a good start for you. Go get him again tomorrow. Tyler Ivy, grab your receipt. Utah Bass Nation boater. 2 bass for Tyler. 2 good ones. 5 pounds, 11 ounces, 5'11". Third place on your team right now. Billy Myers. William Noggle. 4 bass for William. He is representing Nevada. 4 fish. 6 pounds, 14 ounces, 6'14". It's a good start for you. Grab your receipt as you go by. Christian Henson, Idaho Bass Nation, fishing on the non-boater side. One bass for Christian. It's a good one. 2 pounds, 4 ounces, 2-4. Decent fish. Good job. Go get him again tomorrow. Josh Worth, grab your receipt. Nathan. How you doing? Utah Bass Nation. 5 bass. Looks like you've had a good start. 13 pounds, 4 ounces, 13-4. Let's get a picture of those, Josh. Third place overall, tied for third place overall. First place on your team, and puts your team in second place. The Utah, representing Utah. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by, Josh. Oregon Bass Nation boater Cody King. One bass for Cody. 1 pound, 11 ounces, 111, Cody. Go get him again tomorrow. 3 fish for Don Alphin, Utah Bass Nation. Representing the boater side for Utah. 3 fish. 3 good ones. 8 pounds, 13 ounces, 813. Going to have you in second place on your team, Don. Jake Aubrey, Arizona Bass Nation non-boater. Right here, Jake. 2 fish. 3 pounds, 6 ounces, 3-6. Going to have you in 15th place, second place on your team right now, Jake. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. Taylor Smith, Washington Bass Nation boater. Uh-oh. You going to give Tim Johnson a run for his money? You need 17-11 to take over the lead. 18 pounds, 2 ounces, your new tournament leader. Taylor Smith representing Washington.
How are you?
Couple fatties there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 6? Pretty sure it's 5.
We'll check it. We're going to check it. Needs to be 6'1". 5 pounds even. 5 even. Good job, Taylor. Great start for you. Andrew Sales coming up here next. I'm not laughing. One fish for Andrew, representing Wyoming. 1 pound, 3 ounces, 1-3. You want a picture? Okay. Just checking. David Crom, Washington Bass Nation boater. 2 fish for David. 5 pounds, 8 ounces, 5-8. Does move your team into first place, though. Good job. Yep, grab your ticket. Donald Javot, California Bass Nation non-boater. 2 bass for Donald. Right there in the basket. 4 pounds will get you your team lead. 5 pounds, 1 ounce, 5-1. You're going to be leading California on that non-boater side. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. James Castillo, Washington Bass Nation boater. And he's got a limit of bass. 5 fish. 10 pounds, 7 ounces, 10-7. Going to have you in 12th place overall. 4th place on your team. Good job. And grab your receipt as you go by. Timothy Wells, California Bass Nation boater. How you doing? Good. 1 bass for Timothy. 2 bass. It says 2 on there. I was just checking you. 5'11", 5'11" on those 2 fish. Good job. All right, Dick Watson, Nevada Bass Nation boater. You're Dick?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. 3 bass for Dick. 3 good ones. 8 pounds, 9 ounces, 8-9. Going to put you in 3rd place on your team right now. Good job. Grab your fish. Grab your receipt as you go by. Dustin Frank, Idaho Bass Nation non-boater. One bass for Dustin. 3 pounds, 1 ounce, 3-1, 3-1 for Dustin. That's a good fish. Been a good start for you. And we've caught up. We've caught up to our anglers. Saw a few good bags today. I knew we would. But it does appear to be a little bit tough on the fishermen right now, but we'll see if maybe this beautiful warm weather is going to bring the fish up for later in the week. Dean Yamagata, Nevada Bass Nation non-boater. 2 bass for Dean. Looks like a couple nice ones in there. 6 pounds, 8 ounces, 6-8, Dean. Sure. Who wants to check that fish? We're looking for 4-2. 4-2. 4 pounds, 2 ounces. 4-2. You got it. That's all you needed. You got it. 4-2. You are the new big bass leader on the non-boater side. Good job. Zach Huerta, Arizona Bass Nation boater. 3 bass for Zach. 7 pounds, 8 ounces, 7, 8 on those 3 fish. That's a good start for you. David Mays, grab your receipt as you go. David Mays, Oregon Bass Nation boater. One fish, 1 pound, 6 ounces, 1/6. Take your fish with you. You got to take them with you. Thank you, David. Jeremy McKay, Oregon Bass Nation boater. 3 bass for Jeremy. Right in the basket there, Jeremy. 7 pounds, 11 ounces, 7-11. You're in 21st place with those 7-11, so you're in good shape. 3rd place on your team. Good job. Grab your receipt as you go by. We have weighed in 89, so basically exactly half of the potential anglers. 89. We had 89 boats today. We'd weighed in half of them. We'll go over the leaderboard. We'll go over the team leaderboard right now. First update I've given on the team leaderboard. Washington Bass Nation is leading the event with 84 pounds, 15 ounces. Nevada is in second with 69 pounds, 2 ounces. Oregon is in third with 64.7. Utah is in fourth with 62.14. Wyoming is in fifth with 59.15. Arizona is in sixth with 56.1. Montana is in seventh with 45.8. Idaho in eighth with 39.15. And California in ninth, 28 pounds, 3 ounces. Your leaderboard. On the boater side, Taylor Smith, 18.2. Jay Evans, 17.10. Steve Lund, 16.1. Toby Robinson, 13.4. And Josh Worth, 13.4. Tied for fourth. Sixth place, Chris Harvey, 12.9. Seventh place, Clint Johansson, 12.7. Bubba O'Neill is in eighth with 11.12. Frank Scarla in ninth with 11.3. And Ken Day in 10th place with 10.10. 10th place with 10.10. A lot of 10s there. Tom Noakes leads the non-boater side with 8 pounds, 6 ounces. Dean Yamagata is in second with 6.8. Jake Hansen and Tate Webb both have 5.15, tied for third. Fifth place, Greg Haddon, 5.14. Sixth place, Nicholas Forbish, 5.9. Ron Schneider, 5.5. Don Javot, 5.1. Ken Ramada, 5 pounds even. And a tie for 10th place with 3.15, Don Hull and Nathan Taus. Sean Andrachik, Montana Bass Nation boater, coming up here next. And he's got a limit of bass, 5 fish. We'll see how far this moves up your team. 5 fish. Where are you going? Where are you going? Right here. Stay with your fish. 11 pounds, 14 ounces, 11.14. Good job. Put your team in 6. You want to get a picture of that? You're coming this way. Steady flow. Steady flow. Grab your ticket. Arizona Bass Nation non-boater, Jake Morrison. Coming up here next. 3 fish for Jake. All right, you need 5-1 to take over your team lead. 7 pounds, 11 ounces, all the way into second place on the non-boater side. Let's get a picture of those. Well, hold up that one then. There you go. It's a good start for you. Grab your receipt as you go by. Matthew Wong, California, boater. He's got a limit of bass. Looks like a good limit of bass. Just put him in the basket. 512 is going to get your team lead, so you're going to have that for sure. 18.3 would be a new tournament leader. 18 pounds, 8 ounces. 18.8. There's your new tournament leader. Grab him right over here. Hang him on this hook. Matthew Wong, 5 bass, 18 pounds, 8 ounces.
No, I got one that's a 4.
He doesn't have one in there. They're just all good size. Good job, Matthew. Great start for you. Hunter Lovelace, Utah Bass Nation non-boater. 3 bass for Hunter. That's a limit of bass on the non-boater side. 6 pounds, 3 ounces, 6'3", going to have you in second place on the Utah team. 4th place overall. Good job. Grab a picture right quick. There you go. David Birch coming up next. Idaho Bass Nation boater and president. Does a lot of work for the Bass Nation back in Idaho. 2 fish for David. 4 pounds, 13 ounces. 413 will help out the team a little bit. 4th place on your team right now. David, good job. Justin Campbell, Washington Bass Nation boater and president. 5 fish for Justin. $11 pounds even. 11 even going to have you in 3rd place on your team. Does put your team back in 1st place. Good job. Grab your receipt. Joe Cole, Wyoming boater. 1 bass for Joe. 2 pounds, 14 ounces. 214. Thank you, Joe. Grab your receipt. Tyler Frost, Montana Bass Nation non-boater. 2 bass for Tyler. $3 pounds, 15 ounces. 315. Going to have you in 2nd place on your team. Good job. Wyoming Bass Nation boater Earl Wells coming up next. And he's got a good bag of fish, it looks like. 12-10 would get you your team lead. 12 pounds, 14 ounces, 12-14. There's your new leader for Wyoming. Good job. If you want to get a picture of those, you can get a picture of those. He doesn't want a picture. Now he does. Now he doesn't. Now he does. Grab your receipt on the way by. Walker McIlvaney. Did I say that right? Idaho Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Walker. 1 pound, 13 ounces, 113. Hey, you're in the top 50, tied for 31st. Good job. Grab your receipt. Kenny Carver, Idaho Bass Nation boater, fishing on the boater side. 1 bass. 2 pounds 6 ounces, 2-6 for Kenny. Good job. Idaho Bass Nation boater Matt Cole. Also 1 bass. 3 pounds 9 ounces, 3-9 for Matt. Russell Baker, Wyoming Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Russell. Is it going to be more than 15 ounces? Yes. 1 pound 4 ounces, 1-4 on that fish. Good job. Grab your receipt. Take your buddies too. Tony McElmont. Did I say that right? McCalmont. Idaho Bass Nation boater, 2 bass. 4 pounds, 14 ounces, 414. Going to have you in 4th place on your team. Grab your receipt. Ed Marlowe, Utah Bass Nation non-boater. 1 bass for Ed. 1 pound, 7 ounces, Ed, 1-7. Good job. Don Deathloth Jr. coming up next. Representing Idaho on the boater side. Good. 1 fish for Don. 1 pound, 9 ounces, 1-9. Don, grab your receipt on the way by. Hunter Danke coming up next. Montana Bass Nation non-boater. Hunter has 2 bass today. You just need 6 pounds to get in the lead for Montana on the non-boater side. 311, not going to quite have that, but you're going to be within reach. Good job, Hunter. 311. Grab your receipt when you go by. Eric Inman, Utah Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. 1 bass for Eric. 2 pounds 6 ounces, 2-6. Eric, 2-6. Kong Moa coming up next. California non-boater. Kong, how you doing, buddy? 1 fish for Kong. It's a decent one. 3 pounds even, 3 even. Good job, Kong. Gonna have you in 3rd place on your team right now. Good job. We have weighed in 108 anglers. A little over half. That's if everybody caught fish. I'm not certain that everybody did. But I want to mention our sponsors one more time. Can't do it without them. We travel all over the country and they help us. They help us get here and get all around the country. T&T Fireworks, Toyota, Abu Garcia, Berkeley. Humminbird, Mercury, Minn Kota, and Nitro. Power Pole, Ranger, Skeeter, and Yamaha are supporting sponsors. Garmin, Hook, Mossy Oak, Rapala. Our new sponsors, AFTCO and Marathon Oil. And a grassroots sponsor, B&W Trailer Hitches. I also want to thank our local host, Go Lake Havasu, and I want to thank the park. I want to thank Lake Havasu State Park, Windsor Beach area. What a great facility. Fantastic place to have a tournament. They have bent over backwards to help us get this event pulled off. And I want to thank them very much. I think they're out there running golf carts and all kinds of stuff to help us get this tournament done. So we want to thank them. Chris Cook, Arizona Bass Nation boater, coming up here next. And he's got 2 bass. Just right around front, right in the basket there, Chris. Yep. 2 fish. 4 pounds, 15 ounces, 415, Chris. Good job. Grab your receipt on the way by there. Jason Crone, Montana Bass Nation boater, trying to get back to the Bass Nation Championship. He's got a limit of bass. Going to be a good start for him. We'll see how far this moves Montana up. 12 pounds even, 12 even. Going to move your team from 6th to 2nd. Good job, Jason. Put you in 2nd place on your team as well. Clara? Rika Ball. Is that right? Yep. Nailed it. Non-boater from California. I believe our only female angler in the field today. So congratulations. Good job. 2 fish, 2 good ones, 4 pounds, 2 ounces, 4.2. You want to get a picture? We got time. Okay. Just hang. Going to have you in 2nd place on the non-boater side for California. So you're right where you need to be. Good job. Yep. Steve Larson, Nevada Bass Nation non-boater. Coming up here next. Got 1 bass. 1 fish. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. A good one. 2.6. Good job. Grab your fish and grab your receipt when you go by. Good job. We had 9 flights go out today. Started at 7:15, checking in at 3:15, 10 minutes apart. We've weighed in 112 anglers. Hayden Spradling, Arizona Bass Nation non-boater. Coming up next. She's got 1 bass. Looks like a pretty decent one. Good job. Nice fish. If it's 4.3, it's going to be the new big bass. Not quite. 3 pounds, 12 ounces, 3.12 on that fish. Good job, Hayden. Grab your receipt when you go by. Washington's still leading. Got a pretty good lead. Looks like about 18 pounds, a little over 18 pounds. But then it's pretty tight after that. Montana, 77, Wyoming, 76, Utah, 72, Arizona, 72, Nevada, 71, Oregon, 64, Idaho, 58, California, 53. So it's pretty tight after Washington. If somebody can close that gap. Kyle Quinnell, Montana Bass Nation boater. Your team's in 2nd place. So if this 1 fish weighs 18 pounds, you're going to put your team in 1st place. 2 pounds even, 2 even. Now you only need 16 to catch them. There you go. Good job. Grab your receipt. Right there you go. Ray Huff, California Bass Nation, fishing on the boater side. Ray, your team's in 9th place. That fish needs to weigh like 60 pounds. 1 fish. 2 pounds even. 2 even. Good job, Ray. Go get him again tomorrow. Rusty Bennett, Utah Bass Nation. 1 fish for Rusty. Your team's in 4th place right now, Rusty. 1 pound 4 ounces, 1-4. They're still in 4th. But they're 1-4 closer. Grab your receipt. We talked about it. There's a lot of anglers out there talking about the wind. The wind is supposed to blow pretty hard tomorrow from a bad direction. So we'll get out here in the morning and we'll see what it's like. And we'll make a judgment call what we'll do. We could shorten the day. We could, if it's not blowing in the morning, we could maybe go out and come in early. If it's blowing hard in the morning, we'll probably cancel the day and we'll fish a full field on Friday. So that thing happens in our sport. We're kind of at the mercy of the weather, but safety is our biggest concern with all these anglers out there. It's my biggest worry. Once I send them off in the morning, are they all going to come back? And we want to do everything we can to make sure they do. Benny Mello, Idaho Bass Nation boater. You got a limit of bass. Boat number 89 going out today. Last boat out. Going to be first boat out tomorrow or the next time we fish. 5 fish. 7 pounds, 6 ounces, 7.6 on that. Going to have you in 3rd place on your team. Good job. Take them around back to their live release boat. Grab your receipt as you go by. Grab your receipt right there. Drew Forster, Montana Bass Nation boater. Right around front there, Drew. 1 bass for Drew. Two pounds, 11 ounces, 211 for Drew. Good job. Take them right around back to the live release boat. Grab your receipt as you go by. Thank you. Ron Christensen, fishing on the non-boater side, representing Nevada. Right there in there, Ron. 6'9" would get you the team lead. 5 pounds, 4 ounces is going to be in 2nd place on your team right now on the non-boater side. That's good. You're in good spot. Grab your receipt as you go by. As we talked about earlier, they're trying to, you hear me tell them what place they're in on their team? That's very important because they want to make it to the Bass Nation Championship. And once they make it to the Bass Nation Championship, the top 3 anglers from the Bass Nation Championship move on to the Bassmaster Classic. So it's huge, huge event for them. And how do they get to the nation championship is they have to be the top boater or the top non-boater from their state. So it's kind of a tournament within a tournament. Timmy Wells II, California Bass Nation boater. Beat him out 1 ounce last year to go to that nation championship. So you're trying to get, it's your turn, right? Maybe. 6'15", going to have you in 2nd place on that California team. Good job. Ron Mace, Washington Bass Nation non-boater. 1 fish for Ron. Good one. 2 pounds, 5 ounces, 2.5. Good job. Have you in 3rd place on your team with that fish. Kevin Wiggins from the Nevada Bass Nation, representing the boater side. 3 fish for Kevin. 5 pounds, 10 ounces. That 5'10" bumped your team from 4th to 2nd. Good job. That's how tight it is on the team race. Oregon Bass Nation non-boater. Take your receipt there, Kevin. Dan Skillings. 2 fish for Dan. 5 pounds 6 ounces, 5'6". Going to have you in 9th place overall on that non-boater side. 2nd place on your team. Good job. That's a good start for you. Kevin Melford, California Bass Nation boater. 2 bass for Kevin. 4 pounds, 4 ounces, 4. Going to have you in 6th place on your team, Kevin. Good job. Go on right around back. Take your receipt. Kevin Pangle, Oregon Bass Nation non-boater. Kevin. 1 bass for Kevin. 2 pounds, 7 ounces, 2.7. Going to have you in 5th place on your team right now. Good job, Kevin. Grab your fish. Grab your receipt. Take them around back to the release boat. We've got 2 AFCO Yamaha live release boats out back. We may have only needed 1 today, but we have 2 back there. They have about 1,200 gallons of water on them, and they treat the fish, and then we take the fish right back out into the lake. We may be getting down to it. Not sure. 1 more? Billy says 1 more. So we weighed in 125, and there's 1 more, 126. Several zeros today. So it was a little tough. Corey Kerber, California Bass Nation boater, we think is our last angler to weigh in. 1 fish. See if this 1 fish can get California out of 8th place. 113. Nope, still in 8th. Go get him again tomorrow, Corey. Grab your receipt there. California is right over there. I think that was a dig on California. We think that is it. So we're going to call a close to the scales. I want to thank everybody for coming out that came out and watched. We had a really good crowd earlier. We've probably only got maybe 1,000 people out there now. So, but we had like 5,000 earlier, and they were all spread out on the beach. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. As I said, I want to thank everybody for watching at home on Bassmaster.com. I want to thank our sponsors one more time: TNT, Toyota, Abu Garcia, Berkeley, Humminbird, Minn Kota, Mercury, Nitro, Power Pole, Ranger Boats, Skeeter Boats, and Yamaha. Our supporting sponsors: Garmin, Hook, Mossy Oak, Rapala, AFCO, and Marathon Oil. Our grassroots sponsor, B&W Trailer Hitches, and our local hosts, Go Lake Havasu, and especially the park folks here at the park at Lake Havasu State Park. If you want to come out and watch them launch, or maybe launch in the morning, we're going to try to take off at 7:15 in the morning right here at Lake Havasu State Park. And then weigh-in will be hopefully tomorrow afternoon at 3:15 p.m. Mountain Time right here, same place, Bassmaster.com. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank all the volunteers. Thank them very much. For the entire staff, I'm John Stewart. Thank you and have a great night.